Friends, welcome to my channel, knowledgerehbar. In the series of Polity General Knowledge MCQs, today's topic is Fundamental Rights in the Indian Constitution, Part 4. If you enjoy the content, please like, share and subscribe. So, let us start. No person shall be convicted of any offence except for violation of a law in force at the time of the commission of the act, nor subjected to a penalty greater than that prescribed by the law in force at the time of the commission of the act. Which among the following articles of the Constitution of India contains the above mentioned provisions? The right answer is B. Article 20. No person shall be prosecuted and punished for the same offence more than once. No person accused of any offence shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. Which of the following articles of the Constitution of India contains the above provisions? The right answer is B. Article 20. Which of the following articles of the Constitution of India declares that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law? The right answer is C. Article 21. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court has taken narrow interpretation of the Article 21, where it held that the protection under Article 21 is available only against arbitrary executive action and not against arbitrary legislative action? This means that the state can deprive the right to life and personal liberty of a person based on a law. The right answer is A. A.K. Gopalan vs. State of Madras, 1950. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court overruled its judgment? In the Gopalan case by taking a wider interpretation of the Article 21, where it ruled that the right to life and personal liberty of a person can be deprived by a law, provided the procedure prescribed by the law is reasonable, fair and just. The right answer is B. Maneka Gandhi vs. Union of India, 1978. Which of the following articles of Indian Constitution declares that the state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years in such a manner as the state may determine? The right answer is B. Article 21A. Which of the following amendments inserted Article 21A, making free and compulsory education a fundamental right for children aged 6 to 14, and also modified Article 45 to focus on early childhood care and education? The right answer is D. 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. Which of the following amendments change the subject matter of Article 45 in Directive Principles, which now reads, the state shall endeavour to provide early childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6 years? The right answer is D. 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. In which year the Supreme Court of India recognized the fundamental right to primary education in the right to life under Article 21, holding that every child or citizen of this country has a right to free education until he completes the age of 14 years? The right answer is D. 1993. In pursuance to which of the following articles of the Indian Constitution the Parliament enacted the right of children to free and compulsory education, RT Act 2009, which seeks to provide that every child has a right to be provided full-time elementary education of satisfactory and equitable quality in a formal school which satisfies certain essential norms and standards. The right answer is C. Article 21A. Which article confers the following rights on a person who is arrested or detained under an ordinary law? 1. Right to be informed of the grounds of arrest. 2. Right to consult and be defended by a legal practitioner. 3. Right to be produced before a magistrate within 24 hours excluding the journey time. 4. Right to be released after 24 hours unless the magistrate authorizes further detention. The right answer is D. Article 22(1). Which article of the Indian Constitution grants protection to both Indian citizens as well as foreigners who are arrested or detained under preventive detention law? The right answer is D. Article 22(2). When a person is arrested or detained under preventive detention law, what among the following is not included in the protection granted to him under Article 22(2)? The right answer is B. The detention of a person cannot exceed 6 months unless an advisory board reports sufficient cause for extended detention. Which among the following constitutional amendment acts has reduced the period of detention without obtaining the opinion of an advisory board from 3 to 2 months? The right answer is C. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978. Which among the following preventive detention laws made by the Parliament has been repealed? The right answer is D. Prevention of Terrorism Act, POTA, 2002. Which article of the Indian Constitution prohibits traffic in human beings, begar, that is forced labor, and other similar forms of forced labor? The right answer is A. Article 23. Which among the following acts is the primary legislation that addresses and punishes forced labor? The right answer is B. The Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1976. Which among the following articles of the Indian Constitution prohibits the employment of children below the age of 14 years in any factory, mine or other hazardous activities like construction work or railways? The right answer is C. Article 24. Among the following, which is the most important law for curbing the offence of the employment of children below the age of 14 years in any factory, mine or other hazardous activities like construction work or railways? The right answer is A. The Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986. In which year the government banned the employment of children as domestic servants or workers in business establishments like hotels, dhabas, restaurants, shops, factories, resorts, spas, tea shops, and so on, warning that anyone employing children below 14 years of age would be liable for prosecution and penal action? The right answer is A. 2006. Which of the following statements is not correct with regard to the Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Act 2016, which amended the Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986? The right answer is C. It prohibits the employment of children below 16 years in all occupations and processes. Which among the following amendment acts introduced more stringent punishment for the offenders who employ children below 14 years in any occupation and process? That is an imprisonment of 6 months to 2 years, or a fine of rupees 20,000 to 50,000 or both. And in case of repeated offences, the imprisonment is of 1 year to 3 years. The right answer is C. The Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Act 2016. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment and share the video.